Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Unfound podcast channel on YouTube. I'm Unfound's host, Ed Densel. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm actually filming this on Thanksgiving night of 2022. As the title suggests, this is for the disappearance of Jace Martin. It's a very, very new disappearance from 2020, and this episode came out on November 25th of 2022. Before I get into my analysis, I hope you will consider subscribing to this channel if you are new to the channel. Please hit the alert button so when videos such as this one are uploaded, you are alerted immediately. And then if you'd like to go one step further, you can monetarily support Unfound by hitting the join button below. We would greatly appreciate that. So on the screen are at least two important locations for the disappearance of Jace Martin. And then I'm going to show you those. Going to zoom in a little bit, take a look at a couple things, and then I will zoom out and take a look at the surrounding area. Right here, 300 Ormond Meadows Drive. That is not the exact address, but it is 300 block of Ormond Meadows Drive. That is where Jace was with his girlfriend, Elizabeth. If you've already listened to the episode, you know that according to Elizabeth, they had an argument about something on Jace's phone that she saw. She asked him to leave. He got prepared to leave, and then I guess she changed her mind. Maybe he had a change of heart, you might say, saying that he could stay at least until the next morning. He declined her offer and took off with himself, walking off just by himself with a backpack and a trash bag full of clothes. So that happened right in this area. And then down toward the bottom of the screen, what happened was then a little later, Jace had texted her back, apologizing. And at that point, being that they were on the same cell phone plan, she was able to track his phone. And what it said was that his phone pinged right here at this area called the East Bank Bridge Park. And as you heard Victoria say in the episode, of course, Victoria was not there, but this is the story that she got, is that right at that particular moment or right after that, Jace's phone ceased to ping. Now, what cannot be ignored at all in this disappearance is the Mississippi River, which is right here. You can't ignore that in a disappearance like this. As you heard Victoria state that Jace had tried to commit suicide before, how serious it was is up for debate, given that it was ibuprofen. Can you kill yourself with ibuprofen? Probably. Maybe if you take, 1,000 pills or something. But probably not somebody's first choice of narcotics if somebody was really looking to commit suicide. But he did that, and as you also heard, he called his girlfriend at the time to tell her that he was doing this. So once again, that kind of might lead you to believe he was just looking for attention. However, that still cannot be ignored. That was something that was in his head, and somebody who might do that might not be in the best place mentally, even if that person really isn't to the point of actually committing real suicide. So, being that his phone pinged right here for the last time, and the river is right there, we can't ignore that. Now, unfortunately, if he went into the river, then the odds of, even though this is 2.5 years later, the odds of finding him are not good at all. In fact, what I would say is that you're much more likely to find this backpack or the trash bag with his clothes inside it than you are probably to find Jace. But it's right there. You can't ignore it. And if this was a disappearance that happened out in the middle of nowhere where there were no rivers or ponds or lakes, then our thinking might be a little more diverse about possibilities. But the river's right there. You can't ignore it. He's in a bad place. Maybe the river was just a little too close, and he looked at it as a choice. No proof that happened, but so zooming out a little bit, though, the other issue that I see, maybe I want to do this first. Something that was weird to me, Victoria's just saying what the police told her, but this bridge, we have to realize that you wouldn't even need a bridge to commit suicide by going into a river. In fact, when we think about the disappearances of Ben Archer or Shane Fell, one with the Delaware River with Ben, coincidentally with the Mississippi River with Shane, I'm inclined to believe that both of those young men went into those rivers, without needing a bridge or anything else. I think they just jumped or walked right into them. My interpretation. But about this bridge, this is the bridge we're talking about, the Hale Boggs Memorial Bridge. Police told Victoria that it would not have been possible for Jace to jump off of it. There's nothing that I've seen looking at it and going down to a street view. I'm not going to do that here. That would tell me that that would be impossible. I think if somebody wanted to jump off that bridge, somebody could do that. Even if it was 3 a.m, no cars around, probably in the day somebody might see a person jump, but if it's night, then a person could certainly go off the bridge. So I'm not sure what the police are talking about regarding that. But looking at the wider area here, I think we have to realize that although there are certainly little towns and buildings and streets and highways here, you have to notice that there is a lot of undeveloped area around here as well. So if we get too caught up in thinking, well, Jace committed suicide, he went into the river, this could then keep searchers away from looking at all of this area all around here. There's no proof that he went into the river. It makes a lot of sense given the circumstances and given that the river's right there, but there's still no proof of that. So my opinion is that Jace's family must at least keep open the idea that he did walk away. Maybe he did walk away on the bridge and went into this area, or went in this direction and harmed himself, and he just hasn't been found yet. I guess what I'm also saying is I'm not inclined to believe Joshua Cook in this text that he sent his father. You may have a different interpretation of that. What kind of coincidence would it be that Jace has a fight with his an argument with his girlfriend, ends up right beside the Mississippi River. He apologizes to her, and then, according to her, his phone gets shut off or something, and then he goes missing. What are the odds then that he didn't go into the river? It seems like pretty good odds that he did, but there's no proof of that. So that is my analysis for this. I'll just zoom out here a little bit more for the Destrehan, Louisiana area. Not the greatest of maps, by the way. Not sure where that is. Google not doing a very good job photographing this part of the United States. But there we go. The disappearance of Jace Martin. And like I said, I think that if he went into the river, the way you have to look at it, that the water slows down in these areas. If you're going to find anything connected to him, it's going to be right where these tight bends are, where the water really has to slow down, and the heavier things, not just a body, but limbs and anything else, any man-made things, are going to go to the bottom in these areas, in contrast to the straightaways. And just that I'm looking at it, here we have Harahan. We covered a disappearance there. I think it was Ashley Eifert who disappeared right there. So there you go. this map analysis for the disappearance of Jace Martin. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I will talk to you again very soon. Thanks.